Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and a brilliant image of a belt buckle in today's puzzle, which is called Belt Buckle. I mean, it's really cleverly done in a sort of stylized form. I like it. Also, a nice name for the constraint used. Welcome to our little corner of the internet here at Cracking the Cryptic, where we solve variant Sudoku every day, pretty much. Both Simon and myself release a video every day, and one each, and you get to see one of these incredible constructions by these amazing constructors who make these variant Sudokus, sometimes send them along to us to be solved, as happened today. This is a debut, I think, for Refrigerator, who has created Belt Buckle. We'll have a look at the rules to this puzzle in a moment. There are no given digits. It's modern or variant Sudoku, which often doesn't have given digits. It just has a few markings in the grid, and we have to obey some rules. I will explain those as we go. Don't forget, if you're interested in more of this stuff, there are loads of apps that we create which feature all sorts of constraints, including Domino Sudoku, which has things like these dots, Line Sudoku, which has things like these lines, and our latest is Fog of War Sudoku, which uses this interactive fog that clears as you solve the puzzle. It's brilliant stuff. The apps are so cheap for the amount of brilliant hand-generated puzzles on them. We earnestly recommend them, and people are big fans. You can, of course, also like the videos that we put out, subscribe to the channel. We'd be grateful if you do. You can try the puzzle yourself on the first link under the video. You can support SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD, the maker of the incredible software we use every day. You can also get our merchandise if you really want to. Some people do, like this Cracking the Cryptic mug. And then, of course, there's our Patreon, where you can just chip in a bit to help us each month. Thank you so much to those who do that, or even more. And the Patreon rewards are amazing. There is a Sudoku hunt coming out on the 1st of every month. And we're really looking forward to bringing the next one to you, by Itrio, no less. Coming out on the 1st of June, and it's going to be brilliant. And there's other content on Patreon, crossword videos. We do some crosswords from time to time, cryptics mainly, and connections videos and the like. Right, what are the rules of Belt Buckle? So, normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Adjacent digits along a gold line, so those two for instance, must differ by at least 6. And Refrigerator is riffing on the name of German whispers, where they have to differ by at least 5, and calling these Texas Hollers. Presumably Hollers because they're shouting. It's louder than the difference is bigger than in a whisper, so we're shouting. And Texas presumably because everything is bigger there. And then Cropkey's by reputation. Cropkey digits. So digits separated by a black dot have a 1 to 2 ratio. One is double the other. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. That's it. Those are the rules. Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's see what happens. Let's get cracking. So there's not a lot to go on in the puzzle. Really, there isn't. These gold lines, they're more constrained. So when we do the green line German whispers puzzles, I tell you things like 5 cannot be on any of the lines. 4 and 6 can only be placed where the neighbours can't see each other. We have to alternate between high and low. These things are all stricter this time. So I don't think 4, 5 or 6 can go on any of these gold lines, because none of those have a Sudoku digit available that obeys the rule of the difference of at least 6. So literally okay, let's never afraid to over pencil mark. I'm actually going to start, and this may shock you, it'll shock Simon, my partner, by saying that I'm going to pencil mark every single gold cell with 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, because those are the allowed digits. Now, it's still true, it's more true than ever, that we go low, high, low, high. If you had 2 low digits in a row, 1 next to 3, for instance, you would never make this difference of 6. You wouldn't even get close. So let's mark the longest line with alternate cells. So the alternates are green and pink, and either green is high and pink is low, or the other way around. So we can see we've got a trio of pink in column 7. That is either a 1, 2, 3 set or a 7, 8, 9 set. And I don't think I know that it's obvious which is which. Down here there's another line, and I'm going to choose different colours. I don't know which is high or low. I don't know which is like green or like pink. But these are the alternating colours. In this row we've got 1 pink and 1 green. These yellows are either pink or green, and they're going to complete a set either of pink or of green. That means these 2 cells are almost certainly the other colour. I don't know. Okay, what is the third German whisper rule? It's about monogamous digits, digits which only have 1 possible partner. So in this puzzle, I believe 3 and 7 are the monogamous digits. In a German whisperer, it's 4 and 6, but in this Texas Holler, it's 3 and 7. So well, it's impossible for this cell to be 3 or 7, because if it was 3, both its neighbours would have to be 9, and they're in the same column. So where the 2 neighbours can see each other, it's impossible here as well. If this was 3, the 2 neighbours would both be 9, and they're in the same box. So I'm now going to highlight the cells where this cannot, where the neighbours do see each other. There's quite a few of them, more than I thought, and those 2 as well. And in those cells we can't have 3 or 7. So I've removed those candidates, and we're down to 1, 2, 8, 9 sets. So that is either a 1, 2 pair or an 8, 9 pair. And now this pink cannot be 1, 2, 8 or 9, because they're both used up. Pink, this is either pink 1 and 2 or pink 8 and 9. And this one now has to be 3 or 7. And that must connect to a 1 or a 9. 3 can only connect to 9. It can do it in both cases there, because they're not in the same row, column and box. But it must. If that's 3, these are both 9. If that's 7, these are both 1. So these 2 cells are both extreme digits. And now this one cannot be, because it's green and it sees green 1, 9. So that can't be green 1, 9. That must be green 2, 8. Now this one can't be 2, 8, because it sees green 2, 8. We've also got either a 1, 2 or an 8, 9 pair in the row. I don't know. Okay, that wasn't quite as helpful as I'd hoped. I think Friederator said the puzzle's not too hard, and I was wondering, people often misjudge their own puzzles in terms of they think it's a bit easier because they've got used to the logic in it, but who knows? If this is green, this has to be a 3 or a 7, because it would see green 1, 9 and 2, 8. Then that would be purple 1, 9. This would have to be green 1, 9, not because of connecting to purple 1, 9, but because if those are both green 1, 9, and if yellow is the same as green, this is going to be green 1, 9. But I don't know that it is. Pink could be the same as yellow. And in that case, I don't really have much to go on. Maybe it's not this line. Maybe I should be looking at this line. Okay, let's colour this line in colours. We'll go with light blue and what? No, not violet, dark green. Right, and there are some of these cells that can't be 3, 7 as well. This one, for instance, because if that was a 3, both of these would have to be 9, and they are in the same column. So that one can't be 3, 7. This one can be, this one can be, this one can't be. Well, that wasn't very helpful. Oh, here's a thought though. Here's a thought that I haven't had. If this cell was a 2 or an 8, we would know its colour. If this was a 2 or an 8, these would be a 1, 9 and a 2, 8. And they couldn't be green because one of them would clash with a 1, 9. You wouldn't know which one, but one of them would clash with a 1, 9 in row 2 or row 4. In my intro, I was planning to say that it is sort of known that artificial intelligence still can't do these puzzles in a logical way. This is a sort of step that I think AI can't really think about yet for some reason. But it's interesting. Maybe it's not even a step, but it's definitely a consideration that if this cell is a 2 or an 8, we know it must be green because it couldn't be pink because we'd have a green clash in one of those 2 rows. Without knowing which one it would be, one of them would be wrong. But we don't know that this is 2, 8, and I haven't proved that this can't be 2, 8, which would be a nice thing to prove. What I really want to do is find its colour, and I haven't begun to do that. Okay, so maybe this is the hard thing for this light blue to be the same as this bright green colour. Because neither of these can be 1, 9. They would have to be a 2, 8 and a 3, 7. And this would have to be pink 1, 9. That's not hard. That's not a problem at all. Oh, but if these were both pink. Right, okay. The good news is I've found something about these 2 cells, and that is that one of them is 3, 7. Because if they're green, they can't both be 1, 9. In fact, neither can be 1, 9. So one of them is 2, 8 and one of them is 3, 7. And if they're pink, they're in the same column as this cell down here. And now this is a set of 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9 in which the 3 or 7 must be in one of these cells. So whether they are pink or bright green, one of them is 3 or 7, and now this can't be 2, 8 and this is 1, 9, and that's what I was hoping to prove. Although I did then think that maybe it's not all that helpful when I got to the point of proving it, or when I was about to. So one of these is a 3, 7. That is surprising that we can prove that. That's the surprising bit. And that's 1 or 9. Now, where does this put us? Has it changed anything anywhere else? Maybe it's similar here. Well, no, it's not. I mean, it's similar in terms of if these were both pink. Again, because of that, one of them would be 3, 7, and this would have to be 1, 9 in green. And that would make this 3, 7. I don't know. I feel like I'm close to understanding the puzzle, but I haven't got there yet. Oh, and I haven't used the black dots. Black dots are often very helpful. Much more promising in this puzzle than the white dots. But if that was a 1, 2 pair, then pink would have to be 8, 9 and high. If that was a 1, 2 pair, this would have to be a 3. That would have to be a 7. Oh my goodness, there'd be a lot going on. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 7. But if I can't even rule out 1, 2, How am I going to rule out 2, 4, 3, 6 or 4, 8 on the black dot? I don't seem to be getting there. Right, I need to think of something else. Green 1, 9 must appear in one of those cells. If these are green, they are 2, 8 and 3, 7. I hope it's okay me talking about cells being 2, 8 or 3, 7. This might have been a puzzle that would have been cleverly attacked with placeholders, but some people don't like it when you do placeholders, because even if you're prepared to change them, they think it's like bifurcating and just cheating your way to a solution, which I don't necessarily, but I try and keep it real. Okay, that is a pair. If they were 8, 9, then this is low. If they were 8, 9, this couldn't be a 4, 8 black dot. I don't know, what does that prove? I'm not proving anything about it at the moment. I need to come up with something interesting, and I haven't done it yet. Right. Okay, let's say this dark green was also light green. That would be 1, 9. This would be 3, 7. That would be 2, 8. This would be 1, 9 on the connection here. And then that would be 2, 8. That's if dark green was the same as bright green. Which it might be. Ah, okay. All right, I'm going to prove that this is 3, 7 now, and this is going to do something, a little bit for me anyway. Okay, either that is dark green 1, 9, and sorry, either this is bright green 1, 9, and then this has to be bright green 3, 7 because it sees it, or this is pink, in which case these are both pink, and one of them's a 3, 7 in this row, and that has to be a bright green 1, 9 in that case. So one of these two has to be a bright green 1, 9. And now this can never be bright green 1, 9. And that's 3, 7. That must connect to pink 1 or 9. Now this can't be pink 1 or 9 and is 2, 8. And now this can't be pink 1 or 9 and is a 2 or an 8. And now this can't be 3 or 7 connecting to a 2 or an 8. So we are getting a little bit done. A little itty bit. That is now a pair of either 1, 2 or 8, 9. Now, this can no longer be a 1, 2 pair because those digits would be 8, 9 and what? Nothing. So, can it be 2, 4? Then that would be 8, 9, 1. Can it be 4, 8? That would be 2, 1, 9. The trouble is this could well be 3, 6. And I don't think that's advanced my cause. So, can I claim this is 1, 9? If it's bright green, it is the last one, the last available jobby. No, hang on. Let's try and use that. We've got a 1, 9. Right, that, we're not using both of 1, 9 in these cells because pink 1, 9 is not amongst them. So green 1, 9 is somewhere on this line, in these cells. Oh, this cell sees both colours of 1 and 9. How about that? Sees pink in the box and green in the column. Now, if this was 2, 8, no, if this was 3, 7, which is the same as saying if it was green, that would, it can't be green. It can't be green. Yes. It can't be green because it would be 3-7 given the appearance of those cells. But green 3-7 has to connect to pink 1-9, just as it does here. But we've already had pink 1-9 in the box. So that is not green. So yellow is pink and red is bright green. And one of these two is a 1-9. I mean, oh, now I've got a triple in this row. Come on, do something triple in this row. Ah, this cannot be pink 1-9, of course, because we've had it in the box. So now this can't be 3-7. And this can't be pink 2-8, because now we've had that in the box. And now this can't be 2-8 or 3-7 in pink, because they're over here. So that is a 1 or a 9. And this is a 1, 2, 8, 9 quad in row 7. And now 1, 2, and 8, none of those can appear on this black dot, and it must be 3, 6. And the other digits in the row are 4, 5, and 7. Which one can go on a black dot? Not 5 or 7, because they don't have a Sudoku counterpart. So that is a 4. There's our first given digit, or our first full digit in the puzzle after 17.5 minutes. I've finally found a 4 here, which is not... I assumed I'd get a digit on a yellow line first, but that connects with 2 or 8 in that cell by Sudoku. No, by black dot rules. It's got to be half or double. And that can't be 2 or 8 green, so that's definitely pink. 2 or 8. And where does that leave me? That leaves me with this can't be 2 or 8 because it sees both colours of 2, 8. That's 1-9 and it's in the same column as that one. So this is, the bright blue has become bright green. Dark green becomes pink. And we've had 2, 2, 8 in this row. So that pair is, one of them is 1-9 and one of them is 3-7. This is seeing that 3-7 and that 1-9. So it must be dark green 2-8. This is seeing 1-9 and 2-8 in its colour. So that's 3-7. This digit cannot be 3-7 because that can't connect to 2-8. It would either be 3 and 8 with a 5 difference or 7 and 2 with a 5 difference. So that's 1-9. This is 3-7. Oh, I mean, I've gone a long way with these dichotomy pairs. An awful long way, and I'm very surprised that I haven't actually found what high and low is yet after all this effort. But it's a clever puzzle. Now, this sees both colours of 1-9. So that is 2, 3 or 7, 8. Now this can't be 3, 7 anymore because it couldn't connect to that. It also sees both colours of 3, 7. I hadn't realised that, but it's true. So we've still got one line on the belt buckle, or on part of the belt, where we haven't learnt the colour. But I'm going to have to do some Sudoku now. Right, that's a 1, 2, 8, 9 quad in the box. Oh, 3, 7 can't connect to 2, 8. So that's the 1 or 9. That's the 2 or 8. That looks at this cell, which is a 1 or a 9. I feel like it's got to do something for me. That can't be a 1, 9 now because it sees that one. And now I've got to do Sudoku. This is so strange. Do Sudoku with these uncertain values. That's the weird bit. I'm sorry, I mean, I may be missing some easier way of progressing at this point, but I can't see what it is. So I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing, seeing how it goes. Right, we've got a green 2-8 there and a green 2-8 there. Green 2-8 is in one of these cells. What good is that? Don't know. Pink 2-8, there and there. One of these is pink 2-8. This cannot be pink 2-8 Because this on the white dot, which is consecutive, would either be pink 19 or pink 37, and it can't be. So pink 28 is there. Then one of these is pink 28. One of these two is green 37. That could be here if this was green 46. Oh, wow. I mean, I thought this was going to get easy. Right. This can't be green 19 because that would be green 28 on the dot. So that's green 19. Now that's green 19 in column 6 because it can't be there because of that. One of these two is green 19 and it can't be there because that would be green 28. So it must be here. And now I can put in green 19 in box. Imagine populating the whole grid with a variable. It's so strange. Now that's pink 28. We've had those two. So that's pink 28 in box 2. And there's one in one of those cells as well. Or maybe I can get to the point of this not being able to be anything. No, I haven't got there yet. But pink 19, I can place that in box 8 there. That could be pink 19 still. Okay, I'm really not done placing these. What about this pair now? It can't have any of 1, 2, 8 or 9 in it. So these are selected from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I don't know which they are, but one of them is odd because they're on a white dot, and those are both odd. So this must be even down here, 4 or 6. The other one of 4 or 6 is on this white dot because that needs an even digit. And so this is odd. Is this going to turn into a parity puzzle suddenly? I don't really get it. I don't think it is going to. But I don't know. I haven't really understood the puzzle fully, frankly. Okay, where are we? We need a pink 3, 7. It could be there. I wonder if I'm going to end up colouring 4 6s as well. Oh, this... Okay, there is something quite interesting here. If this was green 2 or 8, this would be pink 2 or 8. If this was pink, it wouldn't be 2 or 8. It would be 1 or 9. Oh, but this could then be green 3 or 7. Okay, there wasn't anything interesting there. This can't be green 1 or 9 is all I know. Oh, gosh, no, that didn't really get anything done. I still need to find something else. Pink 3 or 7's in one of those. Green 2 or 8 is somewhere up here. Right, I'm going to rule that out of being green 2 or 8 because this can't be green 3, 7 or 1, 9. So none of these cells can be green 2 or 8. Green 2 or 8 must be in one of these two. And now that cannot be green. There we go. That's lovely. Green 2 or 8 must be in one of those two cells for row 3 because we've got all of those and the white dot prevents it being there. So green 2 or 8 is in one of those cells. Now if this was green, it couldn't have an identity because green 2 or 8's there. This would see all of green 1, 9, 3, 7 and 2, 8. So this is pink. And now it can't be 2 or 8. It must be 1 or 9. These two are green on the alternation principle, and they can't be 1 or 9. And they're one each of 2, 8 and 3, 7. Now, green 2 or 8, no, what was it? Yeah, I just said this whole thing started with none of these being able to be green 2 or 8. And now that one can't be because it must be in one of those cells. So this one definitely is 2 or 8. And that's 3 or 7 in the corner. And I'm hoping that's going to actually help. don't know, green 3 or 7, is it 3 in one of those or is it in one of those? Green 3 or 7 is in one of those. Green 2 or 8 somewhere here. No, this hasn't done anything massive until I spot, right, 2 or 8 green in this column, in this row, has to be on the end here. Then 2 or 8 green in column 2 has to be here. So we are populating a bit. Just left with an X-wing of green 2 or 8s. Green 3 or 7 in this column can't be in those cells. So it's definitely, green 3 or 7 in this column is in one of those two. And that's going to provide a 3-7 pair in the box and leave this to be 5. Now, we're in business finally. That's a 7 and suddenly this is a 3. And we know we're going to go from 3 cells completed to loads because we've just discovered that green is low. I'm going to turn it blue. And that therefore pink is high, I'm going to turn it orange, and this one's a 3, that's how we found it. And let's put in all of these low digits from these selections that we've marked the grid with. We get a 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot, light losing its religion. That's all the lows. I'm going to have to break off for a cough in a second, sorry. Right, my apologies about interrupting myself, and I'm going to do the highs now. Let's do the 9s, then the 8s, and I mean loads of this grid is filled in now. I'm hoping we can freewheel downhill for the rest. The 7's there, right. So here we go, let's see how we get on with the rest. They can't have 3 or 7 in. 7 that can't be a 7. We've got a 3, 4, 6 triple in the box. That gives me a 3, 4, 6 triple in the row. So that's a 5. These are a 7, 8 pair. We know the order thanks to the 8. That's a 5. These are from 3, 4, 6. And given the white dot, they have to be 3 and 4. That gets a bit done. That's 6. Makes that a 5, 4 pair. This is what, 6, 7, I think, on that row. The column 1, 6 and 9 go in. I'm not going to be finished in half an hour, but not long after that. 9, 2, 8, 7, 1. So 7, 1, 8, 9, 6. That digit is 4 or 5 by Sudoku principles. The 3 sees that. I hadn't noticed that. So in this column, we've got 5, 6 and 7 to place. So on the white dot, we have a 5 or a 6 there. This digit can't be 5 or 7. And but it must touch this one consecutively. So I think it has to be 4 or 6, making this one definitely odd. And 5. Oh, do excuse me, I'm sorry. Well, that was bad timing, just as I'm nearly finished, I hope. But we got a 5 there, so that's not a 5. 1, 2, 5, 9, 7. This is 4 or 8 by elimination. So this is odd, and it can't be 1, 7 or 9. So that's 3 or 5, and that means this is 4 on the white dot. So 6 here, 8, 3 over there. We need an 8 in the top row. That's got to be here. This is not 6 because of that pair, so that's 3 or 5. This is therefore 6, that's 3, 2, this is a 4, 6 pair, this is a 5, 7 pair. These are all going to get resolved very soon. That is 4 or 5 because it can't be 3, so we've found a 3 in row 6. That's 5, that sorts out 4, 5 and 4, 6. This is 3, 7. This is a very neatly done puzzle, actually. Really like it. 7 and 6 there. 7 at the top. That sorts out 5, 7. 2, 4, 5 to go in the row. Don't know. That's a 2, 4 pair. 1, 8, 3, 2, 5, 7. This has become a 4. I hadn't seen that. This is 6 or 9. I still can't tell which. That is 2 or 4. And this, well, never mind about that. Let's use the 2-4 pair here to give us, oh, a 6-9 pair. This is making me think I've done something wrong, because I don't see how I ever disambiguate. I have done something wrong. I've got this row wrong. Oh, I've got 2 3s in that row. Right, let's go back. Probably that interruption did not help me. Let's go back to where I put 3, 5 as a pair there. That was... oh, I don't know what happened. I thought I was fine when the doorbell last went. So 3, 6, that has to be 4 or 8. Let's just go back to this white dot here in case I got something wrong here. 3, 1, 8, 9, 2, 7, 4. That is 5 or 6. This has to touch that, and it can't be 3 or 7. It must be 4, 5 or 6, but it can't be 5. So that's 4 or 6, and that has to be 5. Then I said this was 4 or 8, and I think that's right. This must be odd, 3 or 5, and then it must be 4 above. 6 there, 8, 3. Then I decided 8 in box 1 was there, and that's fine. Then I decided this couldn't be 6, but I shouldn't have allowed it to be 3 either because of this. So let's try and get through instead with 5 there, 3 there, which wasn't what I concluded last time. That leaves me a 4, 6 pair here, a 5, 7 pair up here. That 6 has sorted out 7, 6. That gives me a 7 at the top, and this is a 2, 4 pair. This has become a 4, and this is a 9. I must have marked something wrong in this box, because that's where it all seemed to fall apart a bit. I don't think this has fallen apart this time. I think it's all right. That's a 9 at the top. This is a 6, 4 pair, which can be filled in. Yeah, we're okay now. Sorry about a little error. I'm going to blame the interruptions and throwing me off my stride. The cough and then the doorbell, and that's a 5, and there we go. Yee-haw is the congratulations message this time. The Texas Hollers, of course. That's great stuff from Refrigerator there. Very interesting puzzle. I like it a lot. Let's get rid of the colours that we spent so long labouring over. There may be neater ways to do that puzzle, perhaps, but I doubt it. There's probably a quicker way using placeholders, choosing high or low for this long line and then being prepared to change when you get to the black dots. But this was the logical way, the most logical way possible. And it was good fun. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.